Coffee is a brewed drink prepared from roasted coffee beans, the seeds of berries from certain Coffea species. When coffee berries turn from green to bright red, indicating ripeness, they are picked, processed, and dried. Dried coffee seeds, referred to as coffee beans, are roasted to varying degrees. Depending on the desired flavor, roasted beans are ground and then brewed with near boiling water to produce the beverage known as coffee. Coffee is darkly colored bitter, slightly acidic, and has a stimulating effect in humans primarily due to its caffeine content. It is one of the most popular drinks in the world and can be prepared and presented in a variety of ways. For example, espressos, French presses, cafe lattes, or already brewed canned coffee. It is usually served hot, although chilled coffee is also common. Legend says that coffee was discovered by a goat herder in Ethiopia in the 1500s. He saw his goats eating coffee berries, and afterwards he observed a change in their behavior. They gained a high amount of energy and they didn't sleep at night. The herder shared his findings with local monks, and after they made their own drink from coffee beans, they realized they could stay up all night. Word spread to other Ethiopian monks and soon after reached all across the civilized world. Now that might only be a legend, but history does tell us that the first coffee plant was found in the mountains in Yemen, and that by the 1500s it was exported to the rest of the world. The first cultivation in India was in the 1600s. In Europe was in the year 1616. In the Caribbean in the early 1700s. In South America around 1730. Roasted coffee beans first sold on retail market in Pittsburgh in 1865. And important spraying techniques were developed in the 1950s, which along with freeze drying are a method to make instant coffee. Of the two main species grown, Arabica coffee is generally more highly regarded than Robusta coffee. Robusta coffee tends to be bitter and have less flavor, but better body than Arabica. For these reasons, about 3/4 of coffee cultivated worldwide is Arabica. Robusta strains also contain about 40 to 50% more caffeine than Arabica coffee. Consequently, this species is used as an inexpensive substitute for Arabica in many commercial coffees. Good quality Robusta beans are used in traditional Italian espresso blends, provide a full-bodied taste and a better foam head known as crema. Coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world. According to Fairtrade Foundation, more than 125 million people around the world depend on coffee for their livelihood, with about 25 million small farmers producing 80% of the world's coffee. The largest coffee producer, according to the Food and Agriculture Department, is Brazil. For example, in 2020, 3.5 million metric tons of coffee were produced in Brazil alone. That is like 1/3 of all the coffee produced worldwide. Some interesting things about coffee that you probably didn't know. Coffee helped Olympic athletes. Brazil couldn't afford to send their athletes to the Los Angeles Olympics in 1932, so the government sent them in a ship full of coffee, which was sold on the way to finance their trip. Maca banned coffee. It was believed to stimulate radical thinking and idleness. Adding cream to coffee. Did you know that adding cream to your coffee will keep the coffee warm 20% longer? Coffee is a fruit. Coffee beans grow on a bush. They are actually the pit of a berry, which makes them a fruit. Beethoven loved coffee. Beethoven was such an ardent coffee lover that he would count 60 beans for each cup of coffee. The most expensive coffee in the world is from Thailand and is processed by Thailand's elephants. Black ivory is often very difficult to obtain, which is what gives it such an excessive price tag. It is made by feeding select beans to elephants. Later it is cleaned, roasted, and prepared for brewing. This coffee costs $2,000 per kilo. A year of drinking coffee or a new iPhone? Americans spend on average $1,100 a year on coffee. That's around $20 a week. That is also close to the price of a new iPhone. Would you rather drink coffee or have a new iPhone? Finland is the country that consumes most coffee per capita. According to the World Atlas, Finland consumes an average of 26 pounds of coffee per capita per year, more than any other country in the world. These are only a couple interesting things about coffee. We will learn a lot more about coffee in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching and join us as we taste decaf instant coffee on our next video.